Welcome back to the Piney Woods Homestead, y'all. I am milling lumber today, and I thought I'd bring you something a little bit different on the mill. I've got some logs here that my brother sent me, and some of the pines in here have been down for quite a while. And if you have sawed any lumber or hadn't, I'll tell you, if you don't know, over time the bugs will just get into them and they'll wreak havoc and they rot. If you keep them up high where they're good and dry, you can get a little bit longer out of them before they go bad. I am milling some marginal pine logs, southern yellow pine this morning, and I thought I'd bring you along and just show you what you can still get out of a log that's got some waste in it. I'm cutting 2x4s, store-bought dimensional 2x4s. And so I thought I'd just bring you along, let you see how much waste you end up with and how decent the quality is of the 2x4s. These logs, if I had to guess, and I'll correct myself in the comments later on this video if I find out different, but I would have to say these have been down for 6 months to a year, and I don't think they've been up on runners like I keep my logs stored. I think they've been in some direct contact with the ground. I could be wrong, and my brother can comment in the video and correct me if I am, but I'm getting some decent 2x4s out of here, not store grade by any means, but for projects that he has around his little homestead, they're going to work just fine. I'm probably going to get this hoodie off because I'm warming up, but we're going to get into a little bit of milling action. Oh, and I'm having a little difficulty this morning. I feel like I have been in the saddle on a horse for about 10 hours. Thanks to those wonderful bratwursts that we ate. Not the bratwurst, but the cowboy candy. I loaded up on some jalapeno cowboy candy last night, and I'm feeling the effects this morning. TMI, I know. Let's get to milling. All right, y'all, I've got it into a rough cant, and I just want you to see what you're working with when you've got one that's been sitting out for quite a while, a pine like this. You'll notice these bugs are on down in here pretty good. There's some ants that are growing inside, living inside of it, and there's a little bit of spongy rot in places. But we'll get through some of that as we shape this on into a true cant and get some 2x4s. I'll kind of speed this up, let you see that process, and then we'll take a look at the finished 2x4s and see if it's something that you believe, or I believe, that I would want to use for projects that don't require extreme longevity. Alright, y'all, it's a moment of truth to see just what we ended up with 2x4s out of this log, and it's, I'd say, a little over 8 foot long and maybe 14 inches in diameter. Not a real big log, but we'll see what the quality is. I'll get them unloaded and we'll take a look. All right, so let's have a look at what we ended up with. I'm gonna count here: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 2x4s, and if you can see those, they're not that bad. Let me get a little closer look up on them. If you can see here, it's very yellowed, and that's just a sign that it's decaying somewhat because it's been out here for a while. As far as down, not standing, but it's hard. It's good and hard. On the very ends down here where the, I guess the butt of the log would be, where it's been sitting in the elements, you can see a little more deterioration, and you can also see the evidence of the bugs. If you can see right there where my finger's at, where the worms have been boring into it. But really, out of these 10, probably 8 of them are really good. A couple of them have a little more evidence of bug damage. And then you y'all end up with some waste, because those outer boards that I cut before I start cutting my 2x4s, I cut them into stickers so that I can stack his lumber up here on the driveway so it'll start drying before it actually comes to pick it up when I get done. And some of it, y'all, I got a few 1-inch boards in there that they just really aren't good for anything other than to throw onto the slab pile. But I'll keep them out just in case my brother wants them and thinks he can use them for something, and if not, we'll throw them on the slab pile and they'll get put into a raised bed, y'all, because that's how we build our raised beds. We've shown you. Put slabs down, put some good topsoil and then some compost, and we'll grow vegetables right on top of it, y'all. But this isn't too bad. Well, y'all, I've got quite a bit more milling to do. I've got 10 logs to finish up for him. I'm gonna see if I can get half of them done today. Lord willing, and the creek don't rise too high. Water level's going down out here a little bit, y'all. Supposed to be a good dry week, warm, unseasonably warm. Then I think it's gonna cool down again, which is about normal. About the time you start starting seeds and seedlings, it starts cooling down again, but that's part of it. Got a lot to get done around here. Lisa wants to split wood. I told her we'd get that all wood log splitter out here pretty soon so she can get back at it. She's having withdrawals. Guys, y'all have a good day, a great week. We'll see you on the next video.